Hello there, YouTubers and Periscopers and Facebookaneers and all you crazy internet kids. It's time for Jim's Cartoon Tube, drawing animals and so on. And just to let you know that if you are so kind, like a patron saint, we have Patreon, and you can check that out at James McGee. And there are different things where you can receive original artwork and request new videos, themes and so on, caricatures. Let me know. Please subscribe if you're new and hit that bell button. That will help run the show. And also, if you'd like to make a kind donation, we've got PayPal at this email address, which is fearstone@gmail.com. Soon, get that out the way. Let's draw some animals. Right. Let's see. I think the next, we did birds already. So next one is, I'm going to try and draw some horses, I think. Okay, so briefly, let's think about a horse's anatomy. So I'm going to start with the body of a horse is basically that shape. That's how I think of it anyway. Right? The back part, small square if you want to really break it down. And then the front part, like that. Hexagon. Okay. And then going to have the head up here. It's going to be like that shape. Okay. And then it depends what type of horse you're drawing. Is it a workhorse that you'd find pulling a plow? Is it a show horse? If you look through the Disney films, you'll see a very different type in each one. Rose Sub 1, welcome. Thanks for watching. And then it's just a matter of connecting this. The eye is going to go about here, and that's our center line. Horse has got very dark, deep black eyes, like this. And I'm jumping ahead of the gun. Let's finish off the feet. Let's just double that line up a little bit there. Okay. And how do you want the mane to be? I usually do it quite long and loose, but I'm going to draw a few different variations. Okay, and then from doing it, I mean, this is sort of not overtly cartoony. Yeah, that's another thing I have to talk about. There's a line of whereabouts do you want to land on realism versus completely stylized, right? So this is like smack bang in the middle. This is what I would call representational illustration. So you can tell what it represents easily, but it's still got a drawn quality to it. I'm not going to be talking about photorealism in this video, just basics of the anatomy, right? So let me just make some space. I'm going to neaten that up a little bit there. We can erase that line. Okay. Usually the horse's mouth area is usually it's a bit dark, so I might shade that in a little bit. Like that, erase that, neaten that up a little bit. There's going to be contour here. Okay. I mean, I have no idea what breed of horse this would be, but this is more of a powerful workhorse due to the muscular legs. But this ratio is good to remember for most four-legged animals. Okay. Now, if I wanted to go to, so this is smack bang in the middle. It's not super realistic and it's not super stylized. If I want to go to this side, so I might keep the proportions but you know, just go a bit nuts with the lines a bit more, you know. BF Digit Daddy, that's one of the viewers. Okay, so it's still not that much. I mean, you could argue, like, you know, what is recognized as a horse? I mean, you could argue that there's naive, as long as you did that, you know, like a sort of cross between a child's drawing and a cave painting, you could still argue, okay, well, if you draw a man here, oh, I see, well, it's probably a horse or a very large llama, right? But, I mean, you've got horses like this, still. Maybe one of those bundled up things like that. Actually, it does look like the llama from that dreadful Disney film. I can't stand it. I refuse to watch that. Emperor's New Groove. However, yeah, so at first, you know, drawing a horse can be quite what's the word? Intimidating, because the anatomy is quite it's quite complicated, as opposed to like a cartoon cat. You can just get away with doing that, right? Now, if you do a cartoon horse, it's not so simple. How do you do a cartoon horse sitting down? Well, a horse wouldn't really sit like that, right? So it gets more complicated. But I hope this gives you, at least, at the very least, as I always say, if it gives you the inspiration to draw, have a go at drawing then that's my main job accomplished. I don't profess to be the expert on it, but I just hope that the videos show you that it's not as difficult as you might think, and I hope for young artists or beginning artists it will inspire you to have a go. Sometimes just seeing somebody else draw it makes it more achievable, I want to say. There you go. So notice, I mean, it's not perfect by any means, it's rough, but notice the unusual anatomy of a horse. Got so many joints going on here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whereas, you know, there are not many animals that have a leg like a human. Maybe the camel, where it's just 1, 2, 3. It's like this. It's got one here, bend here, bend, bend. Right? And let's change pencils. I really love drawing horses' faces. But their bodies, yeah, you've got to do a bit of research for them. Of course, I was largely inspired by this guy from the Ren and Stimpy show, created by Jan Kowalski. Am I saying his name right? No, sir. I don't like it. I think his name was just Mr. Horse. I'm not sure if he had... I can't remember how his mane was, if he had one at all. But I think... Oh, I think it was... No, it wasn't like that, but... It's a good point, actually. How was the mane? I know his bottom jaw might stick out. Great character. I don't want any part of it. No, sir. I don't like it. So if you think about the actual skull of the horse, it's like this. There we go. A really mighty beast. By the way, viewers, if you've got a request for the next video, please let me know down in the comments. Well, that's coming up to 15 minutes. That's drawing horses with Jim, or aka James Sensei. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.